Welcome back to my Unreal Engine 5 Tetris-Like tutorial. I think I'm going to do a second video today because I'm pretty sure I missed one earlier this week. Had a little bit of shit going on with work, so I had to work late and didn't have time. But I'm going to try and bang one out real quick now. So what's the next thing here? We need to set the input location of the Tetramino in play. And then show input location. Yeah, this is where I was previously drawing the debug spheres. So let's do these first. So Tetramino in play, that is Tetramino base, and we're doing set input location or set input lock. All right, let's go over here to Tetramino base.h. Just copy paste, save myself some time. And this is going to be public. Declaration, fantastic. And the other thing we need is an actual variable to set, because that's all this is really doing over here. Yeah, I just called it input lock. Oh, wrong place. Setting the input lock, and then input lock is going to be f vector. Oh, and it is not going to be public. It's going to be protected. I'm going to keep it separate from my U properties. You know, I think what I'm going to do is have, this is what I try to do, is have anything with a U property after my function declarations in each section, that is. So function declarations, U properties, and then the actual non-U property attributes. Okay, so this is f vector location. Should we initialize it? F vector. There was like an f vector 0. Something like that. Does that work? Honestly, I don't remember if that works or not. I don't think it needs to be initialized, actually, so it doesn't really matter. All right, then Tetramino base. We're setting the input location. Let's go back to the player board. All right, set Tetramino move direction. Are we actually passing anything into this yet? I believe we are. Yes, we are doing the out hit result. Okay, so this is done. And then I saved that. So let's cut the debug sphere because we're going to be putting that into show input location now. This one can also be protected. Void show input location. F vector. What did I call it in the other one? Show inputs. Oh, it's player board. Oh, I just called it input location. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we can paste our debug sphere here. uncomment that. It's uncommented there. So input location exists. All right, so let's compile this and then make sure everything works before moving on. I think I am going to go into like actual movement in this video. Out to hit result, undeclared identifier. 236. Oh, yeah, it would help if I actually swapped out the location that I was trying to show. Now, I believe since we are setting this to EBS moving, I don't think we're actually changing it yet. So what else do we have here? We're going to be moving it. We're setting the Tetramino set direction and move timers. I'm not sure if I want to do all these in this video. Let me take a look at what it would take, and I'll be right back. Okay, this actually isn't too bad. So, we're going to do set direction and new move timers. This is on Tetramino base. It needs to be public. Void. Come on. Don't be slow on me now. Interesting. So the problem seemed to be that I didn't have the semicolon there. It didn't like that, but as soon as I put it in, it was able to create the definition for me. All right, so let's go back over here to our switch on the direction. This means we're going to need our move X and move Z timers. Those are going to be protected. I need an include for those. Doesn't look like it. Not seeing forward declarations anywhere anyway. So I think that's fine. I already copy these. Copy. Yeah, I did. And so now I'm going to need move right, left, up, and down. Oh, and I'm actually going to need move too. I forgot how I set that up because there's a lot of repeated code. All right, so we'll copy these over to this one. Remember if those need to be public or not. No, they're protected. Shove these up here. I'll go through and create them all. Create. So we did move left, move right, move up, and move down. Okay, so for move left, let's start with move since it's repeated code. Okay, so we're just setting the position, checking if it's dropping, finding the best rotation, and then reverting to previous if not. We won't do all this now, but I will copy it all over and paste it. Ignore this for the time being. Grab move left. We're not going to do all this either. Probably going to comment out everything except for the if statement. I think is going to be copied, commented out. We still need previous location to pass in to move, but this and these be commented out. Then I'll do the same for move right. Oh, and all it's doing is setting the previous position to its current position. We'll ignore this for now, but then I'm creating a new position and just moving on the X. So moving right is adding 100 to X, and then I'm just using previous position Y and Z, and then passing in previous position. So it will move only one block size in whatever direction it is, left, right, up, or down. So these are all essentially the same other than that part. But yeah, I'll continue copying these over these. Let's move right. And different order here. So we'll do move, oh no, they're not. Move up. And, oh yeah, they are. And move down. Okay, so I'm going to comment out the same things that I did here, except for the move logic, and I'll be right back. Okay, two things failed here when I tried to compile. So the first is that this was not called new position. When I copied it over in the actual like move declaration, I called it direction, which did not match what I had over here in the old Cubamino file. So I must have changed this to be more descriptive without actually changing the declaration over here. It still works just fine, but I made them match now. So new position is now declared. The other thing is I set up a variable in the old project for the time between moves that essentially set up how quickly it would move. And I do not have that here. So I believe that's going to be protected. I did expose those as a U property, I believe. Yeah, so time between moves and then time between dropping moves. I want it to move twice as fast when it's dropping as when it's moving. All right, I'll copy these. They're also protected. Okay, so we aren't using this one yet, but we will eventually. All right, let's see if it compiles now. Fantastic. Now I think it will only move once since um we're still not setting the E board status anywhere. Yeah, I think it's going to be a return value on one of the functions that we set up. But I think it should move in one direction just the first time we click, though. I'm going to test it out. I'll be right back. Okay, it would help if I actually remembered to uncomment this code. So that would definitely help. But since we're not resetting the status yet anywhere else, let's just set it here. Board status equals E board status EBS free. Oops. So now it should move around. It won't rotate or anything, but the Tetramino will move around. All right, let's try this again. Okay, moment of truth. Hitting play. Nice. All right, so it is going a little bit freaked out, but that's because we haven't set up the buffer yet, and it also is not affecting anything else. So we're gonna have to see what the deal is there. But I think this is a good place to end it. I'm gonna end it here. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Oh, it would help if I stopped the video too.